Yeah, and just like that, we have our 8. Well, Amasawa, now that we have got a full list, who can finally work out the professor's motive?
Yes, I think we are finally ready for some serious sleuthing.
Firstly, the professor's motive is not monetary. So what other motives could we possibly theorize?
Let's see. For money, for love, for revenge. There are plenty of potential reasons.
Yeah, that's true. Say, Amasawa, what do you think would have happened if we were not there to set those kids straight?
What would have happened? Well, they obviously would have continued their delinquent behavior.
Yeah, that's safe to say. But it's also very likely that they would have been caught eventually. Every time a crime is repeated, the risk of discovery increases. In all of the cases we looked into, the police would have caught the kids eventually if they took the investigation seriously enough.
I suppose that's true.
Which means...
Oh! So, in other words...
We can predict the outcome the professor was hoping for. There is a good chance they would have gotten caught and punished for their crimes in some way.
Yeah. That seems to be the most natural outcome. Most likely sent to an institution of some sort, expelled from school, and possibly even turned into a criminal case.
Oh. What if that was the goal?
Huh? In other words...
You are saying the professor's goal was to get those students out of Seiryo? By getting them enough trouble to be expelled or incarcerated?
Yeah, but it's just a theory for now.
I see.
But this makes quite a lot of sense in this scenario.
Let's see if this line of thought leads us to the professor's identity. We can move on if not. So, what do the 8 people in our list have in common? What was the professor's criteria for selecting these students? Notice something. Kento-kun.
No.
Hey!
Kendo, just tell us.
So actually...
They were what?
Kento!
Can't be.
No way!
Yes, it does. We know someone with the motive for turning these 8 Seiryo students into bad apples. And this theory ties everything we have learned about the professor together into a neat little leap.
What?
Let's start by summarizing the professor's motive. At this point, it's safe to say, revenge.
Yes.
I agree. Revenge sounds like the most fitting motive if the end goal was to get those students expelled or punished.
Next up, We have already deduced that the professor has an advanced knowledge of computer programming and networking. Considering the complicated Darket Forum, the cheat tool, and the betting site for the Genbukai.
I suspect those skills are what drove Koka to curry favor with the professor, to benefit the Neo Keihin gang. Also, that delinquent who went to the girls' bar, Kizuna Shihara, heard something important when he saw Koka. He had called someone a brat after hanging up his phone. He was likely talking about the professor. Lastly, and this is the big one, there is only one person from the cultural committee who has not been caught in any kind of delinquency. Someone who definitely has the motive to seek revenge on the other committee members. And someone with such advanced computer skills. I would not be surprised if that knowledge extended to websites too. I think we finally know who the professor is. It's unfortunate, but she fits the profile to a T. The professor's true identity is Hidokura Kotoko. Don't you see? The cultural festival was not just a flop for Seiryo High. It was a catastrophic blow to Hidokura ego. It may have been due to her own attitude, but she had to deal with committee members arguing with her, blowing off their duties and even boycotting meeting. The cultural festival was destined to be a failure with that kind of situation, but she still took it so hard that she stopped coming to school entirely. Who would really be surprised to find out she has had a grudge against her former committee members this whole time?
Real.
Yes.
Not only that, Idokura-san is very proficient with computers. She also tutored Sakura-kun in the robotics club with his programming.
But
About that, there is still something that has been coming to mind every so often. At first, it was just a curious discovery that didn't mean much of anything.
What is it? Amasawa.
Well,
Excuse me.
when I had you go undercover at Todoroki-jin, do you remember when Idokura-san found a photo of Oshikiri Futo in that weekly magazine?
Yeah, I remember.
That being said,
Well, I did some more research on that picture. Turns out, the article it appeared in was pulled several years ago due to a legal claim.
What?
yes.
I tried reverse image searching the photo, but it seems all digital versions of the article were pulled as well. My guess would be the Olmi Alliance pressured them into self-censorship at some point. Whatever the case, the fact is that no one should have been able to find that picture. Unless they somehow access the publisher's servers.
So, you think Hidokura might actually be that good at hacking?
Yes.
It's quite likely. Recall how Oshikiri Futo turned out to be the key to the payback boxer case. What if Idokura-san fed us that information so Oshikiri-kun crimes would be exposed and he would face criminal charges?
No way. What kind of high schooler would be thinking that far ahead?
That being said,
I just cannot believe it. Not yet. Not the Hidokura-san I know.
Well, let's ask her to come meet with us. We should ask her face to face. And hope the only thing that comes of it is a good laugh.
yes.
She usually drops by the club room around this time. I will try reaching out to her.
Amasawa senpai. Oh.
Ha! There you are, Idokura. We just had a quick question for you. Won't take long.
Yagami-san!